Hello, everybody. Again, welcome back to this Board Game Life unboxing. I am Mark, and tonight I'm here with, this big bad boy, Skyrise, the Premium Collector's Edition. Tonight we're going to go through and take a look at what's included in this. But first, just wanted to say that this is published by Roxley Games. It is, as noted in the previous screen, Adam Wise, Gavin Brown, and Sebastian Houchen. Apologies if I'm saying that incorrectly. I certainly would like to get that correct. Were the game designers, and illustrations are by Andrew Bosley. So this let me just say, I'm really excited to do this particular unboxing. Now, this is a game that I have already played. I'm telling you now, it's and this game's been out for, I think it came out 2023, I believe. Let me just pop up and take a look. Oh no, it was 2024. I really thought this came out last year, but yes, it was this year. So it came out in 2024 and does play 2 to 4 players, roughly 30 to 90 minutes. And it does have 14 and up for the ages. And I'm just double checking because I want to make sure that I'm live because, oh, I am. Okay. Just wanted to make sure my notification on my phone didn't pop saying that we were. So, but I do see my mics working, cameras are working, lights are working. Yay! So I took the lid off. Oh, kind of cool too on this Premium Collector's Edition. They have, wow, that's terrible. All the shadows. They all have some pretty cool artwork, and they're numbered inside. So mine is 5,055 out of 14,500 premium editions made. So kind of neat. That's the first board game I bought that actually has a number in it. All right, so I'm gonna switch back to the top-down camera, and we will take a look at what comes in the box. So I'm just gonna slide the box off to the side a little bit because I want to build up. All I'm gonna say is this is probably one of the coolest component games that I have. I love the components in this game, and I'll show them in a little bit. So, nice rule book, big rule book. It is very colorful, as you can see. Lists everything out, all the components and everything that's in the game, very clearly, nicely printed out, very easy to read. Sometimes these pages will be, kind of arrows pointing to all the things. I love how they just very simple, streamlined, in a grid, so to speak. Everything's laid out and labeled underneath the picture of it. That is absolutely excellent. And so I want to give you a quick overview too of what this game is. So I'm going to read the little overview here for you. So welcome to Skyrise, a magnificent city in the sky dedicated to art, science, and beauty. Some of humanity's greatest visionaries have been enlisted to sculpt the city, but only one artisan can be remembered as the greatest. So prove your genius by winning sites in which to build. earning favor across islands and factions, accomplishing both public and secret objectives, courting mysterious patrons, and build your own unique wonder. So just remember, when I'm starting to place this out, this game is essentially you're building cities in the sky. All right. So you got a nice big setup, right? Done again, excellent. Everything is numbered, which I love when they do that. They put your pictures and they put a number and it corresponds to that. Makes finding stuff very easy when you're first setting up. Talks about your gameplay concept, so how the game actually plays, and I won't go into that, as I got to remember this is an unboxing, not a how to play, and I do tend to ramble. Let me get my mouse off screen again. All right. But everything is explained very clearly, and talk about, again, how to play the game. This is a very simple to pick up game, but there's a lot of neat strategy and things that you will pick up the more you play, the more things that you will kind of like learn how some different, like, very blah, 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 blah. I'm not a professional, people. Again, remember that. You will pick up different ways to play, different strategies to go for and stuff. So but again, the rule book is laid out. There are eight your player boards, which I'll talk about in a little bit. This is just some information on the characters. It's just what is that called? It's just not filler. I can't think of the word, but it's I don't know what the word is. But then on the last page, you've got some good information on all your wonder cards, and some explanation, FAQs, if you will, on the back page. All right, so that's the rule book. All right, let's take a look at the board. This is going to look very, you're going to be like, that's it? That doesn't look anything special. Don't judge a game by its board, right? All right, so I'm going to lay this out here. Let's get the book out of the way. All right. Nice board. But again, so you're seeing, you have your 4 patrons at the top, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. You've got your victory point or your prestige track going around the side. So again, if you hit 99, you just come back around, loop around to 100 and just keep going. But this part of the board is the ground, right? We play in the sky. So I will show you a little bit more on that in a minute. How exactly, where do we play? But before we jump into that, player boards. So again, this is the premium, and keep in mind, this is the premium collector's edition. If you have a retail edition or you buy a retail version, it will look different. Like I don't think you'll get the dual layer player boards in that. So this copy has like maxed out everything that I'm aware of that you can upgrade on this thing. But so you have 4 characters. Well, you have 8 characters. So I told you 8. There's only 4 player boards because the game does play 4 people. But on each side, you can flip it over and there's another character on the back. The text and stuff here is just it's just text. It doesn't affect the gameplay in any way. And I am drawing a blank on what that's called. It's not filler. That's not the right term, but I guess you could state that it's irrelevant. Your character does not matter. And I don't know. I think for this game, it might have been neat to have maybe an ability with the characters, because they have 8 different characters, and it's just like, well, here's a story about them. So I don't know. I think it would have been nice if you're having a character spelled out, like who you're playing, that it meant something. But unless I'm missing something, I have not found any need to matter or worry about what the character is, because the player boards otherwise are the same on both sides. So you take a board and then you play it in front of you, and then like I said, they're the same. So I'm not going to go into this again. I'm going to tell you how to play. This is not a how to play. That'll be a whole different video. Oh, oh, look at, oh, no, oh, you're gonna see, no, no peeky yet. I gotta save the best for last, which are the buildings. Oh, those are so nice. Again, this is the premium collector's edition. So I know in the retail, this is these are like cardboard in the retail. In the premium version, these are, as you can see, very good plastic. There's 4 of them. And what you're going to do if you have a 4-player game, you are going to put these out on the board, and you have a center island. So the center island is obviously going to be in the center, and you will connect. You just connect these. You will put out, if you only have a 2-player game, then there you go. You're set up for a 2-player game. You're only going to play with 2 different city parts. If you do have a 3-player, you will just throw a third neighborhood section in. All right, and then if you have a 4-player, you will complete it by putting the 4th section in. And it can be a little tricky trying to get everything lined up. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. And there's your board. That's the game board. So this is set up for a 4-player game. Alrighty. Where do we go next? So the patron discs. So we talked about the patrons here at the top. There are 4 different patron discs. On the one side, they all have question marks. On the other side, they have a point value from 3, 4, 5, and 8. So what, again, man, I'm going into the how to play. Those will just, during the game, they will sit right up there, shuffled up. You don't know which patron's worth how many points. All right. Again, I keep wanting to say how to play. I love this game. Absolutely love this game. Does come with a card, a setup aid, how many players, what you pull out of the game, and what you're supposed to use. And then there on the other side, it does tell you there's two rounds to the game, 2 eras that they call. So this card, again, tells you how to play. All right. So they do have, I'll go through the cards in a minute. There are some little round scoring tokens that you would put out here. But again, you're going to have that in the retail. But in the premium edition, everybody gets a blimp. And these can be a challenge to pull out of here, but these little airships, let's see if I can show that to you. That's a yellow, maybe it's better. No, that camera's so small up there, so, but I don't know the best way to show that. That's really kind of tough to see as it is a little small, but they are detailed little airships, like little blimps that you will set on the board to go around. All right, so the cards. Now, if I had one complaint, these cards are gorgeous, right? Look at that. They are foil. They're black and gold. They're beautiful. But my complaint is that, so you look at, these are all the same. All right, this stack and that card are different. And it can be, it's a little annoying. I always have to go through and look at every card and make sure, because these are all the wonders, which are basically an ability that you get in the game, starting in the 2nd era. And then these are your, what are they called? They are, let's see what it says. The panorama cards, that's what they're called. And then, like, here's another one. It's like, so here's three cards, and it's like you can see the difference, but the cards all are they're really hard to distinguish between each other. And this one's the island control card, so this one's always going to be in your game. I got more wonder cards. Oh, then here's these are secret objective cards, and I should have one more of those along with some more of these. So 4 types of cards. And as you can see, they all, they're beautiful, but they all look the same. So I wish there was a little something different to distinguish them, but they are really beautiful looking cards, and they do catch people's eyes when you pull them out. So like I said, it's a minor thing. It's a very minor complaint, but again, now there is a metal key to the city, which now I purchased this extra at Gen Con, and then there was I also purchased the metal upgrade of the second player. I think so it's a key to the city, and now this is like the small key to the city, even though it's just a thing. But it does have a 10-point. That's worth 10 points. The smaller one's worth 4 points. So the first player to go out with all their buildings gets 10 points. The second player gets an additional 4 point. All right, so we're almost to the super cool part, but just a couple more things. You get this nice, very nice bag, felt bag, to put all these tokens out. So when you start your game, you're going to be pulling all these little tokens out randomly every game. So you're going to just be kind of placing these things out, and we're going to put one in every neighborhood. Well, that stinks. I'm pulling those out all together. All right. So these are little wooden tokens, at least again in this version of the game. So you got like this is like a wild thing. You can put it into any spot on your player card. These are patron discs. So if you end up winning this neighborhood in this game as you're going along, when you get this, you put this on your player board. Let me grab a player board. What did I do with them? Again, going into the how to play, you guys don't care. But you would put this on your player board off to this patron side, these particular ones. If you collect these ones, like this one's like this brown one with the little wheel on it, you would put it in the corresponding slot, working your way out this way. So, and more on that would be how to play. So these things are going to be littered out, right? Then everyone's going to get all of their buildings. So I'm just going to set them out, and then I'm going to show you some stuff. Now, the game comes with, you get 3 large buildings, you get, 5 medium and 4 small buildings. And that's it. And then everybody gets a wonder. So look at this thing. This is the wonder for the blue player. I mean, it's super detailed and sculptured. It's gorgeous. These are the large buildings, and I want to try to show you how they are different. Okay, even these 2, which look like they might be the same, they are sculpted differently. These are not the same building, which I just think is really cool. Then you got your medium buildings. And again, these all have unique sculpts. And then you've got your 4 small buildings as well. Just kind of a top-down view of those. These are all like I think a resin component. They are really nice. You can probably hear me dropping those. Now, the cool thing about this game is on the bottom, these buildings can stand up, except the wonder. The wonder does not stand up, but it does have a W on the bottom, which signifies it's a wonder. All the other buildings, when you first start, again, going into the how to play, I don't know, I'll get better at this, folks. I just like to talk. So you'll see some of these, they all have numbers on them. And the ones with the dots, you're going to pull out and put off to the side, and you're going to use those in the second era. So then like this guy, and then you will place them in an order. So for all to see, because this game does not have any hidden, it's an open auction game. So you will place them off to the side. So I've got 23, 33, 53, 64, 73, 82, 91. Those are the numbers I have to play in the first round. And then, so like here's the green player, right? All his buildings are differently sculpted. the red and yellow are all differently sculpted. So the blue player has completely different looking buildings than every other player. Like, that is so cool. They didn't just go like, oh, here's a tall building in blue, and then paint the same building in green, yellow, and red. They didn't do that. This is like amazing. And when this thing is all at the end of the game, and this thing, you got your cities built here and all your neighborhoods occupied, it looks like a living, breathing city. It is so cool to see on the table. But so the green player, here's his highest numbers, a 93. So again, unlike, just like the buildings aren't the same, the numbers on the bottom are not the same. So that's let's see, where's his other, let me grab a medium. That's so his high on round one on for green is higher than blues, but yet the blue 73 is higher than the 71. So every player has different numbers. We don't all have the same numbers. So it really makes for just a, you never know. You have the ability to look, you know who you can outbid at the table, but it's like, do they want that neighborhood? Do you need to step it up? Maybe go big and go all in with your largest one to try to snag it. It can get pretty tense, and just such a fun. And I love how everybody's pieces are different. The colors, the sculpts of the buildings, all of the numbers that you're playing with are all different. But in the end, overall, everything is still equaled out. It's just a fantastic, fantastic game. Beautiful game. I cannot recommend this game enough. Just I wanted to show a couple more of the wonders. This is the wonder for the green player. The red player's wonder is like this big, huge statue. And then the yellow player's wonder is like this big cathedral. And it's so impressive. This game is so gorgeous. And I can tell you, I've played this with my gaming group several times, and every time this thing's on the table, people are constantly stopping and going, what is that? That looks so great. And everyone that has played this with me has absolutely loved it. One of my gamers in my group bought the game, but she had the retail version. And the after we played this, she hadn't played hers yet. We had played my copy that I picked up at Gen Con this last year. And she was just like, thanks, Mark. You just ruined my copy of the game. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, yours is so much nicer. So if you can find the premium collector's edition, I personally think it's so well worth it. It's just, the table presence is mind blowing. And if you can't, or you're on a budget, don't pass even the retail game up. This game is fun. I believe the retail, I think I'd have to double check, but your buildings are still gonna, flip over, but I think they're wooden. I want to say they're probably wooden, and I don't know if they're uniquely sculpted or not, but this one is. So absolutely gorgeous, incredible presentation. The quality of this game is incredible. Also, let me bring over the insert that's in the box. So you have everything laid out. So they even have this like tiered thing. So like if I put a medium here, it's too high. Like it's all stepped with the large buildings. So everything is still level. So you're putting everything back. And it's just like, that's such a great way to have stored this. The wonders go down in here, and it's just, there's a slot for everything. The insert's fantastic. On the side of the box, it tells you how everything goes away. They have a diagram taking up the whole side of the box. And yeah, I can't say enough about Skyrise from Roxley Games. This is absolutely like probably my favorite game I've got this year. I think this is my absolute favorite. It was one that I had seen it before I went to Gen Con and was debating. I was like, maybe I won't like the auction. I'm normally not an auction guy, auction game type of person. This game is an absolute blast. And because you can see what everybody has, your stuff's open. I just find this game extremely approachable. I've had kind of newer people that aren't gamers, so to say, that have played this and have enjoyed it. And then I've had some that are very like really like the heavy games and at that, still love this. Like they enjoy this game. This is a great kind of fits everybody. Um, yeah, and so that is Skyrise, the Premium Collector's Edition from Roxley. I hope you enjoyed this. And oh, let me switch. Oh, nope, nope. There we go. There's the right button. Again, so thank you for watching. Again, my name is Mark. This was the Skyrise Premium Collector's Edition from Roxley Games unboxing, and we'll see you at the table.